Greetings, fellow Terrans. Recipe Key here with our next episode for the Brutal Academy Let's Play. We had a disappointing end. That huge battle at Espacio, which a single support ship survived and fled from. But we did do a lot of damage to them. They are... Sorry, should be middle. They're down to only 40 ships. A lot of them are very badly damaged. There might be a couple even with so little Delta V that they fail to come home. Like this destroyer only has 2.5 Delta V. That might not be enough to go down to low Espacio orbit. And well, they've got other damaged ships floating around. So, like, we destroyed close to as many ships as them. Like these two ships, they have no Delta V. So I suspect that they're just going to be abandoned and just floating out there. So we did a lot of harm to them, and we're going to build a new fleet. And in about half a year or so, probably middle of 2037, we're going to attack them again. And depending on how strongly they defend, I might actually have my guys that are repairing at Lomia, which will be ready in about 2 months, fly over to attack as well, though if it's not going to work because there's too much of a defense, I might have them do something else. I'll have to think about that, what that something else will be come January. Alright, let's continue rolling, and I'll jump it back in when something happens. Moved up to January. There are several very large fleets. Or there's two, right? How they merged together? Oh, one of them, I think one of them fled. One of them already left. You're going to the moon. Great. Have fun out there. So we'll see what this guy does. I don't know what they're planning to do. Although sometimes you can see no, it's just sitting there. It just arrived. And of course they have another transport ship coming in. I think this, and second, they have 2 transport ships coming in, which I don't think I can really stop. I just don't have the acceleration. Although this one only has 15, because they brought that dreadnought, I might actually be able to stop this one, because I have much better acceleration than 15 millig's. Anyways, we'll see what they do in just a second. A few things I did on Earth. I have released Taiwan, so Taiwan is free now. The plan is I might at some point give China Taiwan's government score. We'll see if I end up having time for that. And I'm picking off points down here in Europe because I have loads of room. Also, I've grabbed Australia. Great boost production. Lots of mission control. So it's a great country to pick up if you have the spare room. So I'll probably be picking up more of Southeast Asia, East Asia, and the last bits of Europe too. The other thing I was going to do, I'm going to remove her because she's got Untouchable and Martyr. So she's kind of hard to eliminate, and she's got very good investigation and very good science, so I don't want Protector to have this person cracking down in my stuff. So I did this previous episode as well, but we just resign her. Then he's going to turn.
I'll make an offer they can't refuse.
Yeah, and then the next person, who she's also very good. Really high investigation as well. Also got some annoying traits here make it hard to kill her off, so I'm going to turn her, resign her, and just kind of dismantle the Protectorate's organization. I don't know if the remaining ones are worth going after. Probably not. Might try to switch over to like Mandy first or something. But that is the plan there. And let's see. Okay, yeah, okay. They're targeting LE4. Great. Let's delete them. So they're coming at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Great New Year's celebration there. Whatnot. LE4. Or rather, no New Year's celebration for our hardworking astronauts. Okay, yeah, we're arriving this day. Great. And yeah, that's not going to work. Not even with a Titan. So we arrive. They arrive. And they die. 12 more exotics. Awesome. That'll pay for like 4 more ships. And that's all I wanted to show. We'll be back in just a little... Oh. They attacked twice? Okay. Oh. I am so confused now. I thought we killed them. What is going on? Okay, I thought we got the kill. I don't understand. I'm... Like, we defeated them. And they didn't have 2 fleets. They only had 1. This is a different fleet, though. They had 3 fleets. Whatever. Okay. Well, they... yeah. Okay, fine. I don't understand what happened there. I'm a little concerned that this will like go on a rampage unless I they're docked here too. All right, we'll just sit here next to them and just stare menacingly at them until they do something. Okay, yeah. So Zillion. So the next Z-pinch drive completed, and yeah, I don't want social science. Don't want solar farm. I guess one thing I could pick up is like Space Science Institute. In order to win, you need to build a fully built out tier 3 mine base on a bunch of different planetary bodies. I don't really have a lot of tier 3 modules yet because I don't need them. Most of the tier 3 modules are kind of not great. Like, this costs a lot more in power. It's efficient in terms of space, like literal real estate, well, not real estate, space, but it costs a lot more to support the module. If you have the ability to just kind of go wide in your orbit, on your orbitals, which I do, because I control Earth orbit, then it's not really more efficient to do it this way. It does produce more science, but just keep in mind, like it takes like an entire year to build one, and research labs are faster to build, they're cheaper. So, so I'm gonna get Space Science Institute, and I'm just gonna build fake research labs, and when I'm actually building those stations out. Okay, well I'll keep going a little bit more. Oh, okay, they left. All right, they left, so I can go home now. ME1. Wait, can I just... if I set the home port... There we go. Yeah, so I can just do that, and it's going home. Great. Yeah, so you set the home port, and then if you don't have anything else selected, it will just automatically send it home. Alright, well that was a little weird. What's happening on Luna? Okay, they just blew up those initiative stations and then left. Okay. That's fine. So I will be back when something happens. They finish resupplying my first expeditionary force, and I'm going to undock and destroy another alien mining base with bombardment. Ooh, that's a little concerning, but Unity will fix it up, no problem. And done. So it'll be recovered by February. The alien fleets in Aspasia are going to finish repairing tomorrow. So I'll see what they look like in terms of how scary they look, what sort of defenses they have for Aspasia before I commit there, or maybe I'll send them somewhere else. I'll think about that in a little bit. Be right back. Okay, so a neutronic fusion complete, which gets us to the fourth Z-pinch reactor. And I can do proton-proton, which doesn't actually get me anything I need for Z-pinch. Instead, you need... I think you need terawatt. Yeah. I mean, this is worth getting at some point, but terawatt is definitely what I want instead. And this one, I believe, requires some exotics for those for that reactor. I think. I'll grab that, and well, I would be able to do it in 9 months, but I think. No, actually, I'll just keep prioritizing this. So my expeditionary fleet is finished repairing, and I think I'm going to send it to Ursula. I'm sending both fleets to Ursula. They got a mothership as one of their large ships here, so I'm not sure my first fleet can win. And once I clear Ursula, they have one asteroid base left, and then I can start going after Jupiter. They have a huge number of... no, I don't want Ursula, not Lumia. They have a huge number of bases in... Let's go to high orbit. That somehow costs more. Not sure why, but okay. They have a huge number of bases on Jupiter. I would love to contest it, just because it would deny them resources. They're building new ones because I've been destroying their asteroid bases, and the resources that you can produce in mines in the outer, on Neptune, the gas giants that are farther out are not as good as Jupiter. Jupiter's really good. They don't have a lot of defenses, so I might, if I can win at Ursula later this year, I might send them out to Jupiter, and then my fleets I'm building on Earth will be crashing into that one asteroid base, Aspasia, that we are still fighting over. Okay, be back a little bit when perhaps the first of the two fleets arrive at Ursula. Okay, here we go. Our first fleet is arrived in Ursula. Yeah, I bet they're targeting me. Let's actually go up to high orbit to build a station. Yeah, they're targeting me. Okay. All right. So they got to me before I could drop the station, unfortunately. Let's start the battle. Let's do extremely short initial velocity there. Okay, until these support ships try to run. It's pretty far away, so hopefully that will work. They brought everything. I think what I want to do here is take down the smaller, large ships. So like monitors up. So they don't have the point defense to defend the mothership, because the mothership is, it has a lot of lasers, but they're not very scary lasers. You know, 500 centimeters the biggest. Like the X-ray laser is a lot scarier than a violet, and it has plasma. So I think it's better to kill some of these other ones that are more dangerous, because they'll die faster, much faster, and they're actually probably going to do similar amount of damage to the mothership. Like, this is a very tanky ship, but it's not a very high damage ship. That's the plan. I suspect we're not going to win this, but we'll see. So you guys target. Kill the battleship. It's got an X-ray laser plus plasma. Alright, lasers. You guys are gonna attack, and you're gonna have to try to kill these small ships. We got some time before anything gets close, though. Which will buy time for this guy to run. He's already turned around and fleeing. They are staggered, so I think these ships are closest. Yeah, this ship's really close. So you know what? Let's kill the resourceful star first. That's going to come in range much faster than ships down over here. Unfortunately, I only have green arc lasers, and Mark II coils. Ah, here we go. So my damage output's a lot worse than it could be. Okay, here come their missiles. We're also getting hits in on their ships, their small ships. In fact, guys, go AI command. Okay. So they're all going underneath. Start killing the stuff below and like face towards them. And my siege coils are starting to come out. It's gonna take them a while. But like the more ships I destroy, the easier it would be for my second fleet that's also coming in. Right? Yeah, the missiles have been defeated pretty easily. They're swinging behind me. You get that guy. One coil's already dying. But yeah, the more ships that get killed, the better. Is anything gonna get through? I suspect no. Okay, just... Alright, I have money. I trying to control where they're shooting is too difficult. There's too many things flying around. Well, something has hit, but they don't seem to... You know what? Change. Ugh. Can you target something else, please? Yeah, I don't... Oh, great. You're targeting the mothership. That's not going to help. That thing has gigantic armor. I'm having this weird targeting thing where it doesn't... There we go. Probably too late, though. We're losing a lot of ships. Yes, we are losing all our ships. I think this battle's toast. Just too many flankers and too much point defense to deal with our siege. So I'll cut out here and come back after our fleet is destroyed. Okay, that went pretty poorly. These are not very strong ships anymore. Well, they're dead, but like they're pretty low tier in terms of weapons and armor actually as well. Just 80 armor front. I did get some kills. Mostly some small ships, some damage. A lot of damage on their mothership, but didn't really do much else. So I suspect my other expeditionary force that's coming in a few months will fail as well. Oh, my Provost got destroyed too. Okay, well, all hands lost. And I'll have to build a replacement, which will be a lot stronger. But my review board 3 well, I was planning to actually maybe send those to attack Jupiter. Because the aliens have a ton of industry based in Jupiter. And not a lot of defenses. And I think that's still what I should do. I'm going to leave Ursula and Aspasia and sort of attack their logistics. It's probably the smart move. So we're going to go to Jupiter. We're going to go to Callisto. There's room in Callisto orbit, so I'll just build a station in low Callisto orbit. And they have not a lot of ships there, and I'm going to get there in 13 weeks, so they don't have much time to send anything to defend it. And again, even if they do, I am perfectly safe in my home bases. I'm the one who's attacking and actually gaining success. You can see there's so much production here. If I knock this all offline, they will rebuild stuff like on Neptune, Saturn, Uranus. But it would take a long time for that production to come online, and it should hopefully hurt their actual economy. Okay, so that's going to put me there, and we're going to go. It's going to arrive at G. And I think that's everything. Right now, my money and boost are again in bad shape, but that's just because I'm building a lot of stuff right now. I have all sorts of construction going on. And once that stuff finishes, as you can see, these are finishing up here, I'm going to have tons of influence to pour into funding, and I'm going to have plenty of room for building boost. I probably should build boost here. Bring that back down. Why do I have military? I don't want military. That's crazy. Okay. Not sure how military got in there, but I'll be back in just a little bit. So I got this for the ECM Mark III. I suppose I could upgrade my missiles too, but not much point to that. I'm basically doing energy. Not sure which one I would do. Maybe proton or clean energy? Or antimatter? But I think Accelerando would be more useful. Now I have a lot going into social science, but this will finish in about a month. So that's good. And then once Seepage finishes, I'll be able to design a new ship and build up that a replacement fleet for what I lost. Okay. Back a little bit as Australia started at war with Chile, thanks to the previous occupants and the government. And Chile, for some reason, didn't want to go to accept peace. Not sure why, but they didn't. So I am going to conquer them instead. Anyways, be back a little bit. All right, so my fleet in Pluto is complete. I'm confident they'll win against the incoming fleet, just my defense fleet with the missiles. So I'm going to start attacking from the Kuiper Belt going in. And Triton, Neptune is the closest. In terms of time, it's going to take a year. So a lot of time for the aliens to respawn, but they don't have much there right now. Just a handful of ships. This won't hurt them too much, but every bit will help, and this will be a distraction from the actual attack on Jupiter. So, here we go. Although, actually, hold on. No, I don't have anything in higher orbit. Yeah, okay. Could I go faster if I... No. Okay, we'll go to low Triton orbit in 55 weeks. Okay, so they have a big fleet attacking Earth. I semi-let them kill the point defense array first, in part because they got a lot of these torpedoes. They blew a ton of them attacking the single point defense station, and also because it took them like 20 minutes to arrive. It takes me several hours to arrive with my defense fleet, so I was never gonna make it in time. And so they're not available for operations until 8 a.m. These guys are arriving in a couple of, like about 5 hours. So we're gonna lose a few modules here. Oh, and we have taken over Chile. Let's push Unity. I think I'll just take South America. Japan controlled the Humanity First, I think. Oh no, Exodus is dragging me into war with Brazil and Peru, so we'll send that one home. But I mean, I got so much control point capacity, I might as well just like snap up these countries, even though they're not very valuable. And I can start fixing them up. And South America is a terrible continent, well, probably the worst continent. But I'm getting it for effectively free, or for very cheap. So might as well, right? Even running a little military in honor of my troops, make sure they can win, because they gotta beat up some South American armies. Anyways, back in up here. So they would destroy it today, but they're gonna slowly destroy modules. And I mean, if they destroy some of my hospitals, I kind of could use the boost back anyways, right? I'll be able to rebuild this. I should win, especially now that they've blown most of their torpedoes. And here we go. Yeah. So we've got close to double their ships. A lot of their ships are going to be not very combat effective because they had a lot of torpedo ships here. Gauge. Auto resolve. Ooh, yeah, so they still did some damage to me. They killed two. Oh, they killed one of my salvage ships, and they killed a torpedo ship, but they did all get defeated. So I've lost a couple of officers, gained some more. That was a little close. So we lost. What do we lose? We lost a lot. Okay, so former ag complex. The manufacturing one, let's rebuild that. That's going to be a long time to replace. A couple hospitals. So that's several atrocities against the servants, which doesn't actually help us that much. And of course the point defense ring. So that'll be rebuilt, so I need to do that. And I think I need to build some more ships. So I'm gonna do a redesign and probably build up some more torpedo monitors, because that was close. And I don't want it to be close, I want it to be very easy win. So fleet logistics complete. And there's not a lot left to pick up. Titans are kind of not really useful. So I'm gonna go for antimatter. I'm not gonna build them anytime soon, but to make my victory faster, that's what I'll grab. And let's finish civilians quickly. Yeah, I think we'll end next month when we arrive in Jupiter. I'll leave you on a cliffhanger. So sorry. I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, Exodus stole it from us. That's annoying. They chose something pretty useless. But I should be able to get it back. So, not a problem really. And I don't have much else I need to prioritize, so it's fine if someone steals it at this point. Fine-ish. Okay. Just wanted to report back on that. We'll be back in a few days. And our next fleet is ready to attempt to take on Aspasia. Arrive in August. Let's go high orbit, actually. And I think this will be a good place to wrap it up. We have several attacks coming in, two of their asteroid bases, as well as Jupiter and Neptune. Although Neptune's going to be for quite some time. And hope they'll succeed. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please comment, like, and or subscribe so others can find this video too. And I'll see you all next time.